Hello, creative ones. This is Robin Dudley House, the Artsy Bohemian. I am in my studio in Los Angeles, California, and I have a gift for you. It's my secret resource guide for the unconventional journal and paper crafter. These resources are resources that I use all the time, and they've taken years to accumulate. So those of you who have never signed up for my online school or who have never signed up for any of my classes, this is a gift for you. Those of you who already belong to my online school probably already have this. You'll get an email once you sign up, the link below, and you can download this for yourself and then print it out like I have. I've made it into this cute little pamphlet. Now, since you're signing up for my newsletter, just know that you won't be bombarded by emails, only inspiration. Thank you. Hello everyone, it's Robin Dudley House, the Artsy Bohemian, coming to you from my studio in Los Angeles, California. So today, right before Halloween, which is my most favorite holiday, I am going to show you a cute little tag, a Halloween tag. And these are some of the things that I've gathered. I'm also going to show you some Halloween themed things that I have been working on. They're not paper related, but I think those of you who are Halloween enthusiasts or spooky season enthusiasts will appreciate them. I'm mostly going to be using my Porch Prints digitals because she has a Halloween ephemera challenge going on, and of course I'm cutting it right down to the end of the time, but that's what I'm going to be using. And I've also gathered some other things that will correlate with the Halloween theme. It's very hot right now today, even though it's in October, you know, Southern California, that's kind of what happens. So I took advantage of it and I dyed some tags and some papers with coffee and coffee solution. I also dyed a bunch of these tiny little envelopes, which I might be using in the ephemera that I'm going to be making. And also some cotton twill. So these are some of the items that I might be incorporating. Those of you who have watched my previous videos and tutorials know that I like to gather what I'm going to be using, and then that way I'll just be able to focus in on just those things instead of trying to figure out, you know, something else that I need and then getting unfocused and distracted. It's just easier to have everything all in one place, and that's kind of how I teach my online classes too. I thought this was kind of cute. This is a container that had paper clips in it, and there's some moss in there, so we always need some moss for our Halloween spooky things. And this is a My Porch Prints printable, so I just glued that down on there, making it all spooky looking. More, I just cut out a bunch of her printables, her Halloween printables. I'm going to put her link down below for those of you who don't know who she is. She has an amazing array of printables, digitals. Most of it is more on the shabby chic kind of theme, and I might be incorporating some of that to give it kind of she has a grungy, shabby digital that I really like. And it might work well with kind of my Victorian spooky theme. These are super cute. I love tickets, so I printed them out. They come on a larger sheet with other images. Then I cut around the tags, and then I took a little hole punch. This one right here, it's about a half an inch. And I made the indentations there, and then I have a perforated cutter on my paper cutter so that you can just tear them off. Isn't that fun? And here's some other ones that I just cut out. These are, I might be using, you know how we like to save everything. Well, I made a bunch of kits recently, and a lot of them had coin envelopes, but they were too big, so I had to cut the tops off, and so I saved them. And then I thought they'd make good little stacking pockets that you could use in your journals. I just inked them up with some black, and then again I coffee dyed them. It's kind of hard to tell that they're coffee dyed, but they're darker than they normally are, just because they're kind of that yellow color. And then what else do I have here? Oh, here's some of the other printables from her site. They're super cute. She has some that are a lot more shabby kind of looking, but I kind of happen to like the spookier ones. Here's some. I've already cut out a bunch of stuff just to have it ready. So if those of you have a Cricut or a certain type of a silhouette cutter, it's easier to do that way, but I don't have one, so I just cut them out when I'm watching TV. Here is the shabby grungy one I was telling you about, and I printed these on parchment cardstock. You can find it on Amazon. I bought this a long time ago, so I don't have a direct link, but I'm sure you can find some online through Amazon. And then I also printed these on the parchment. This is also one of her printables. It's not necessarily for Halloween, but I just thought it kind of looked old and Victorian, so that's what I'm going to be using. And then these are some old, very old, from 1889 ledger pages and some more watercolor paper that I coffee dyed. So I'm going to cut some of these things out and we'll start playing. Also grabbed some kind of Halloween looking sequins. These are tiny little sequins. I've used these before in I think my needle keeps and maybe the little dolls that I did, the little Halloween, the little paper dolls. Some tea bags. Might use those and stamp on them. I'm going to use stamps probably. These are old scrapbook. They were probably for tin types. These are real. These aren't Tim Holtz. These are the real deal. So I might play around with those. And then I was making some of the cute little tabs that Marlene from Simply Ella, I believe, made in more of a Halloween style. A lot of these have my porch prints, some of the tiny little envelopes. And these are great because they can slip onto a journal that you're making, like that. Make them into a tab. And this is another journal that I started last year and I never really finished, but I'll show you that at some other point when it's done. And here's another one. I decorated the front and the back of them. I used toilet paper rolls, recycling. This is another image from my porch prints, which I colored. It's a black and white image, and I colored it with colored pencils. Just like this one, I colored this little witch from my porch prints with colored pencils. So my inspiration for the project today is from this gal. Her name is Juliana Michaels. She is a Tim Holtz design team member, and I love how she did this tag. Okay, before I go any further, I wanted to show you some things I have been working on. You might have seen them posted on Instagram or Facebook, but these, I took a class on how to make these super cute Halloween frames. They're made with epoxy sculpt, which is a self-hardening clay, and then the teacher had brought the frames, which are also made from epoxy sculpt. This one, I took a mold that she had of just the face, and I really wanted a witch, but she didn't have a witch mold, so I made the hat out of epoxy sculpt, and then I made the little spider on there and attached it to the frame. This one I just made into a charm It's from a mold that she had of a raven. I believe she made the mold out of clay originally and then made a mold from it, I should say. A skull with a little hat. I put the hat on him, the little top hat, so he kind of looks steampunk. And then this twin skeleton couple. I love them. Also, in case you are new to my channel, this is something I thought would be kind of a fun, spooky class to take. This is a class, an online class that I teach. I call it Hocus Pocus, but the name of the class is actually Old World Mini Book, I think I have it, or Mini Journal. You learn all the things, everything that you see here, I show you how to make. This tassel, the book itself, the front and the back cover. And it actually opens, and it actually has pages. You can wear it. I have worn it before. I wore it to Universal Studios when I went to the Harry Potter rides. Here's the back. And here's the pages. So you learn how to make a miniature book. It's a super fun class. I will have a coupon down below for 50% off of the class. And then this class is a class I teach as well. It's the Eclectic Beaded Crochet necklace class. You don't need to know how to crochet. I show you the rudimentary, very beginnings of how to do a chain stitch. Basically, that's what it is. And then my little bridge technique that I do on the larger beads. So if you want to take this class, I'll have a coupon. It's a limited time coupon. I'll probably extend it till All Souls Day, which is November 2nd. So you can make something fun for the holidays. And then the last two things I took a class on stained glass. I know how to solder, but stained glass is a whole different thing. Isn't this amazing? It's a haunted house votive. I just got through making it last night, and I'm just having a blast taking classes myself. I love taking classes. I love learning new things. I am a true believer that you never know everything. You should always be learning. Look at how cute this little spider is. I haven't patinaed it yet, which is something that I really like to do, but I cut all the glass and foiled it and then soldered it. Making the box part was a little tricky, but I have the teacher that I learned from is really a great teacher. And then this one, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it completely. I might have pictures of it, but I made this amazing spider web window pane. And then the spider comes undone, and I attached a chain to it. Isn't that the cutest? I added these little crystals on here so that it'll be kind of like a sun catcher. And I'm going to hang it in my kitchen window. I love it. Put this hanger on here. So those are things I've been playing with. I've just loved taking classes, and I encourage you to take classes if you are crafty and you just like learning new things. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I sewed some of the tags, and then on the sample that I showed you, I believe her name's Joanna, the gal who I am inspired by. I'm going to just check it really quick here. What she did was she sewed around the tags, which I did to a couple, and then she put she stamped on them, and then she added some like a paste with the stencil. I'm not going to do that. So what instead I did was I just used a embossing folder. This is a spider web. Pretty sure it's not available anymore. It's from Stampin' Up. From quite a while ago. I used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. But any spooky, embossing folder will do. What I found so this one I stamped on the back, And I mean, I stamped and then I did the folder. I don't like that. I just like it so that you can actually see the spider web, because we're going to be doing some layers. Also, what I found out is it's brittle, so sewing it and then doing the embossing folder kind of broke it, but that's okay because, you know, it's kind of grungy anyway. So that's what I did on them. And then these are vellum. Well, these two are kind of a thick vellum that I had gotten from Red Lead. So these are going to be the base for the tags. And then I thought it would be fun to maybe add some mica. So I don't know if any of you have used mica before. It has a little bit of a tint to it, so you could put it on top of an image. I would cut it out, obviously, and then it'd be kind of cool looking with a frame. I might be using these Tim Holtz frames. These are available at most hobby stores. This is the rubber stamp I used to get that scratched look. Again, it's a Stamping Up. It's called Sanded. It's a Stamping Up stamp. A lot of times you can get Stamping Up stamps because they're still in demand. Usually, you can go on eBay and find Stamping Up stamps. It's called Sanded. And the mica is from Red Lead. I've had this bag forever. I never used it. Tell me in the comments below if you buy things and then you hoard them and you don't use them. I have so much stuff now that I am so happy to use it. So mica is just a natural material from stones, from rocks, and it's like the parts that peel off of it, a certain type of a stone or rock. Also, okay, so then also I did the sanded on some of these little envelopes. I think it looks really cute. And then I thought it would be kind of cool to make little oh, where's my other little one? I had a little tiny stamp here for my, oh, I'll have to find it. But it'd be fun to rubber stamp on them. So I have some smaller type of rubber stamps here. And this is a tiny little spider web. The rubber stamp. And then you could put some bats on there. And this might get covered up, but still kind of fun to just play around with them. Of course, now I can't find my little... I have a rubber stamp that is really a tiny postage stamp. So, you know, play around with some of those. These are easy to make. Lori, Girl on the Ridge, makes these all the time. They're just strips of paper that are scraps. And you just fold it like this, and then I just cut them. You can cut them like that to make them pointy like that, or just, you know, cut them straight across, like some of them I have here. And another thing I thought would be fun is take some of this dyed trim and stamp it. So look how cute this is. Whenever you're stamping on fabric, you should use a solid type of a stamp. So in other words, this doesn't have a lot of detail like this. This is very fine, so it wouldn't show up as well unless the fabric has a really tight weave. But this is kind of a thicker weave, so you need something that's more, has a solid, like these bats would work really well too because they're solid. So look how cute. So you could make your own ribbon. So I might add some of that. Maybe I'll put some of these bats on here in between. So you guys, I have a crazy idea. It's something that I just kind of thought of about 2 weeks ago. And I want to know if you're interested. I love Halloween. And I get so sad when Halloween's over because I'm like, I have to wait a whole year. Well, I know there's some of you who are out there that feel the same way that I do. And I am going to have a kind of a membership subscription site where we can celebrate the spooky season all year round. It's not going to be necessarily Halloween related. It's more the spooky, eerie kind of things that, you know, we love. Nothing gory. I don't like the gory. I don't like bloody. I don't like, you know, bloody appendages and things like that. Mine's more like the style that you see here. It's more kind of the esoteric Victorian, you know, seances and Ouija boards and stuff. And I love images of witches and you know, palmistry. There'll be a list. I have a ton of ideas, so there's no obligation. If you just want to, if you're curious and you're intrigued, just put your name down below. I'll have a link for an interest group, and it's possible, if I have a lot of interest up front, that I will start it maybe with a Nightmare Before Christmas theme before the end of the year. Otherwise, I was thinking I would start it the beginning of the year, just to start the whole new year off with it. And I'm thinking of calling it The Secret Spooky Society. So let me know what you think about that. Look at how cute that is. So I thought I'm going to just kind of follow the general idea of what Juliana did. It looks like, well, she took some ribbon. I mean, not sorry. Hug Snug. Hug Snug. I have some black here, but I thought it would be kind of fun maybe to do a couple with the hand stamped. So we'll see how that goes. And then she put a frame of sorts. It looks like it's a die cut frame. I don't have that die cut, so but I do have these that I showed you, the Holtz Frames. So just kind of craft along with me, see if this works. I don't know if it's going to work. This is on the fly. I'm not, I haven't made any. I've just gathered the supplies to make it. So, and I'll give you the measurement for this, because this looks like it's going to work out good. I think I'm going to stamp it a little bit more. So also about the club or the membership site for the Secret Spooky Society, we will, I don't know if I'm going to be doing like a monthly, you know, kit, or have it optional. I kind of don't want to complicate it. I might just do an altered everything, you know, make everything that I have and alter it to make it spooky. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm in the process of redoing my studio, and it'd be so fun if you wanted to come along with me and see what I make and what I alter to add to my studio to make it more spooky and Halloweenish. The beginning of the year up until probably July, we won't be doing Halloween per se. There might be some Halloween stuff sprinkled in there, but there might be themes like, you know, a gypsy caravan, making a gypsy caravan. I thought this would be kind of cool, this crown. I bought this crown at a place called Rogers Gardens, and I get so many compliments when I wear it, and I thought, well, I could make that, and wouldn't that be a fun project? So it basically would be me, kind of like what I do here on YouTube, showing you how to make things, and then possibly having kits to go along with them, depending on what the project is and your skill level. Or, you know, if you don't want to buy a kit, that's completely fine. I'll give you all the material resources and where to get them. It could be, you know, making these types of things too as well. Little pendants out of clay, junk journals that have a theme to them. I was thinking it'd be fun to do like a story, like what happened to the woman from the Disneyland Haunted Mansion? Why is she in that hologram, stuck in that mirror? And wouldn't it be fun to make a journal with that theme? Gosh, I just wake up in the morning thinking, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. I'll write down things that I think would be fun, and it just excites me to maybe have you share this with me. I would love to have those of you who are interested. Like I said, just get on the interest list, and we'll kind of take it from there. Yeah. So this is kind of the thought. I'm not sure if this is going to work, like I said. Might put the bow a little bit further out here. This is the vellum, and it's wider, so I was able to use the larger frame on it. The other ones are too narrow. So let's see. I'm just going to go for it. This is kind of thick. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe I'll do this. Yeah, I just thought, gosh, who's making the rules? I can do whatever I want. And wouldn't it be fun if I know there's people out there that feel the same way that I do. So let's tear off one of these little tags and see what that looks like. These are the tags from a digital My Porch Prints, and I just made them into a tag with the perforated, I don't know if I like that, cutter blade. So let's see here. So this is just me kind of like figuring out what I'm going to do here. Let's see. This might work here. Like that. And then maybe a piece of mica on top. You can cut it if you want. I kind of like the way it looks torn. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm not going to overthink it, because I can make a few of these. I don't think I'm going to do Patreon, because that seems kind of complicated to me. I don't know how much I'm going to charge, but it'll be very reasonable, and it'll be probably on the platform that I use for my online classes. And we'll see if this glues down. I'm going to have to keep popping it down. I might use my little handy clip here. Okay, so I've been playing around with stuff. Just I thought I'd show you a little bit of what I'm trying to do. So this is from My Porch Prints. Again, it's from the same digital that has the tickets on it and some really cool black and white images. So that might go there. This is a Sizzix die. These are super cute. They're thinlits, but honestly, they take forever you have to cut out each tiny little piece, and then I colored them. So if you have those thinlits, you could use that. This little hat for the little skeleton here. And I was thinking of doing this, but then I thought, well, it might be kind of cool to add some of this old trim. This is from a very old dress. And then maybe do that. I could also put some, you could put dyed cheesecloth if you wanted to. And I kind of brought out some of the moss. I might do some moss on here too. This is also from my porch prints. And have this here. Just kind of add a couple of little elements here. I don't want to overthink it too much because I just have a tendency to spend way too much time on some things sometimes. So I think I'm just going to go with that. And before I lay all of this down, I thought I should darken the edges with some black ink. I also thought this might be kind of cool. This, I think I'll add this at the very end. This is some trim I got recently from Joann's, and it's called Halloween ribbon. Pretty sure they don't have it. Everything in the stores is gone right now. You could try, but it's wire. It has, you know, it's wire, so you could squish it. So I'm probably going to cut a piece off of it. I like the texture of it. This gives a subtle border to the whole tag. This would be fun to add to a card if you wanted to, somebody who likes Halloween, or add it to your spooky junk journal. You could even add it on top of an envelope so it could be a pocket. Pull this back again. I might add something up at the top here. I have some really cute brads that are Halloween themed, so oops. Uh-oh. I have a hole. Let's see, make sure that goes here. And then I think I'll add some, that's kind of cute. Maybe I'll just leave it like that and not add this on there. I have some of these little sequins. I might put them in the skeleton's eyes. I mean the skull's eyes. I hope you all are doing well. I know I'm not on as often as I used to be. I just got burnt out, and it's not good for me to get burnt out. I don't think it's good for anybody's health. But I'll still be coming on. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when I post. And you not only have to subscribe, you have to click the bell icon and click all. Otherwise you probably won't see my posts. Or if you subscribe to my newsletter, I will start, posting when I have a YouTube video, as well as I usually post on my Facebook page when I've posted a video, and also on my Artsy Bohemian Facebook page. So there's quite a few social media places that I post. Instagram, I kind of lag on that. Yeah. Might put that there. Just a simple tag. Still kind of cute though. And let's see what these little sequins look like. Maybe we'll just drop some there. Oh yeah, that's cute. Do little sequins in the eye socket. Cute. So, you know, it's nice to get inspired by other artists. This looks nothing like the tag that Joanna did, but it inspired me. So I hope this inspires you to make something with what you have. I think the key to this was the frame. If you have some kind of frame die or frame stamp, even fussy cuts you could do. Maybe I don't think I like that now. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So I did wind up putting it on the bottom, and because it's wired, a wired ribbon, I just tucked it over the edges. So that way I could take it off if I want to. I'm going to let it sit like that and see if I like it tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to make some more. Alright, so I did a couple of other things, and I wanted to show you this super cute envelope snack thing here. I have a video on the more shabby chic version, which looks like this. It was a real popular tutorial, and I'll leave a link down below. But I've spookified it, so it's kind of shabby spooky. And I'll show you how I did that and a page layout that you can do. Also, I wanted to show you, look at how fun this is. I had these tea bags like I showed you in the beginning, and I was looking at it and I thought it kind of looked like the moon with the little splotches in it, and then I stamped the bats in there, and how cute is that? A simple little layout, and I put this witch on here and Happy Halloween, which are both from My Porch Prints. And you have a cute little setting for either a card, or this might go, I might put some papers in here to make like a little mini journal. This is one of those really large tags that's like this, and I had coffee stained it. So I wanted to show you that. I thought that was kind of fun. that's another thing when you have pieces that you're going to be working with or potentially working with, you'll start seeing potential where you didn't see it before if it hadn't been there. Also, another simple thing, I'm going to take my sweatshirt off because I'm warm. This was a part of a file folder that I had cut out, and of course I saved it like I save everything, and then I just stacked the tag here that had the spider web embossed piece on there. This is from my porch prints, and so I thought that was kind of cute too. That could be another way to add to a page. You could put it, you know, glue it down on the side just as in an L shape and use it as a pocket. So I thought that was cute. Another piece of ephemera. So let me show you the last thing. I'm going to give you the measurements because I like the way that the sizing of this is. So I didn't measure this when I did it originally, but I like how it's kind of a small, a larger than a medium size. These are actually both pretty much the same size. It's kind of an optical illusion. And so those are also from my porch prints. The stamps are from Stamping Up from a long time ago. So this is what it looks like on its own. And I had just stuffed it with little pieces from my porch prints, the cute little tags and the little envelopes that I had made in there. And so this is what it looks like on its own. I just wanted to give you a little trick. I know that you probably don't have the stamps that I have, but you can, one thing that you want to probably incorporate somehow is words. Not too many focal points. These are basically the focal points right here, this little pumpkin guy and the moon. This is from Red Lead, so you can probably still get that. This is also from Red Lead, the Ghost Stories rubber stamp. This is Stamping Up. And then some kind of spider web. So there's kind of an overlay, but it's not so distracting that you are kind of overcrowding the little space that you have. And there's little stamps of bats and then tiny little postage stamps. This isn't the one I used, but so what I do is I cut out the pieces first, and the larger one here is 4.5 inches square. These are all square. And then both of the smaller pieces are both 3 inches square. So 4.5 inches square and 3 inches square. And you're just going to take, and I don't measure this part, I fold this in first, and I line up the point here to the point up here, and then over on the sides I fold it on this side and then on this side so they kind of overlap. I'll kind of look at it to make sure it's centered, and you have your first envelope. And then what you're going to do is you want to, if this is something you want to do, you can distress it with some brown ink all along the sides, just like this. And I just, this is one of those things you can do in front of the TV. It's kind of mindless. Just, you know, make a few stacks of the different sizes. This is just regular typewriter paper, by the way, or copy paper. Typewriter. Nobody uses typewriters anymore. So you're going to want to do this on all of the sides before you glue anything down. So you have that. And right here I have a stack that I've kind of started. So you have a bunch of them ready to go. And then you're going to stamp on them. So you're going to do that to all 3 pieces. And I have some stamps here. So at this point, you will glue the edges down once you've distressed them. Just on the sides here. It doesn't go up too high because you don't want to get it on the very top, the point. And glue that down. And then you're going to stamp on them. And that's it. And then you'll layer some little die cuts like I did on here. These are all from, there's just 2 of them on there. My Porch Prints, super cute. And then I added some paper flowers and some mica that I had. I honestly have no idea where I got this. It's black mica. So you can use glitter if you want to. Some black glitter or kind of a gray glitter. And because once you lay it down on your page and you add all the goodies inside, then it adds to it. It won't be so plain. But it's still cute. I think it still looks cute like that. So let's go ahead and stamp this a little bit. I'm going to start with the spider web. The spider web is fairly new. I actually got it at a flea market. It looks like it's one from either not Hobby Lobby, but Joann's or Michael's. I mean, look at that. That's just cute like it is right there. And maybe I'll add, I'm not going to do too much on this because it's kind of small. I have this super cute little witch hat. And that's it. You don't need to do a lot because you will be putting little die cuts on here too once they're glued down. So once you've stamped all 3 of them and glued them down and going to stack them like this, and then that's when you're going to add your little die cuts. Cute, right? And like I said, I will leave a link down below for the other one that I made. It was at least a year ago, maybe even longer. And then here is the layout on the page. So this paper and this flower is from Calico Collage. I think that's the name of the company. Yeah, Calico Collage. Really cute. So let me know down below if you guys are interested in the my new little secret spooky society. There's going to be a lot of fun projects that we'll be doing, and like I said, I'm going to be spookifying my studio, so that'll be exclusive to the society, the secret spooky society. And don't forget to take advantage of the 50% off that one class that I showed you. This is also from, that's the sheet from My Porch Prints of all the really cool, actually I think I'm going to distress it a little bit. Just tags. I kind of made it look a little jagged on the edges when I cut it out. You can also do the, you know, the edging too. You can do it with scissors. Still a little black on that. And then you have a cute layout for one of your spooky pages. I'll do that at the end. So this is going to go down here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I love it. And I want to keep the party going, the spooky party going. I'm going to put this all here, another little cute little die cut from my porch prints. So it's not all creepy. You know, I don't really like too dark or too cute. Kind of like right in between. That's kind of my spooky Halloween style. These are all the tags from my porch prints. I think I had put this in there too. Just kind of stuffing in there. This is some old black lace. If you go to flea markets and you find black, anything kind of that's old, that's black, grab it, even if it's not the season. Because it's very difficult to find. For me it is anyway. I just grab it when I can. See how cute? And then I added some lace on there, so that's what I mean by kind of keeping it it's a little sweet, a little sinister. And you have a cute page for a journal, which I am kind of working on. So we have that. And we have another one here that we could add. We have the cute tag. And we have this, which I have to glue down. So there you go, guys. Happy Halloween!